Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Yes to Healthy Life with Nurse Juliet. How are we doing? I hope you are okay. I hope you are safe. Please stay safe from wherever you are. It is very important. I hope you are okay. Like I said, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Wherever the time it is you are watching from, please accept my greetings. I'm still your Nurse Juliet, a nurse midwife and a family planning provider. Please, today's topic is based on my experience. The experience I had where I'm working. I have a child that has tetanus. So, and now say, let me use this opportunity to talk about tetanus because most of us don't know what it is and don't know how deadly it is. And most of us also don't even know that it can be prevented. Yes, like I said, it can be prevented. So we are going to talk about tetanus. I have a child that had a tetanus and it was a very bad experience. So what are we talking about? What and what do you need to know about tetanus? What are some of the questions that is normally asked when we talk about tetanus? And let me tell you, at the end of this channel, you'll be able to know what tetanus is all about, how it can be prevented, and what are the things that causes it. You understand? So stay tuned to my channel. You will learn more of it. Then when we talk about tetanus, it's a very serious, or let me say a deadly bacterial infection that can lead to death. Like I said, yes, it can lead to death, and it causes what we call muscle spasm. You know, mothers, there are many mothers, the way they will quantify it or the way they will classify, they will tell you the child is having convulsion, but medically it's called spasm, muscle spasm. So when we talk about this tetanus, there are so many things that comes in our mind. Please, I want to give this as a sign. Let me just say, I want to advise mothers, not only mothers, the elders around, especially when you are surrounded with children. Please, you should be close to those children so that you'll be able to know what is happening to them, because most of them will have will be exposed to this tetanus without them knowing. But when you are close to that child, you'll be able to know what the child is passing through, and you will be able to prevent it immediately from happening. Like I said, it is preventable. So the number one question that normally asked is when should I worry about tetanus? Let me tell you, when we talk about tetanus, when you should worry about it, when a child or a person had a wound, when you had a deep wound or a puncture, a nail puncture, precisely, especially those ones that has been contaminated. Like I said, those ones that has rusted, they are the when that is when you should worry about it. Once you have that wound, please, number one thing that will come to your mind is what? Tetanus. Please, and something has to be done to prevent it. So the next question is what is the first sign that you will normally notice when this child has a cut or a nail puncture or a deep wound or a dirty wound? You understand? Number one thing, or number one sign you will notice, symptoms you will notice as the person might have a tetanus, is what we call lockjaw. This lockjaw normally comes or following a puncture. When you notice that there will be a spasm of the jaw will be jerking, and the person will try to stiff the muscles, the teeth will become stiff. Then there are so many symptoms will start coming up when this happen. So the whole body will become stiff, the whole body will jerk, this cry will come up. Then there are some things you also, even the heartbeat of the person will become increased. Then it will not do what? It will compromise the respiratory system of the child or of the person. So the person will respiratory rate will become compromised. So when this thing happen, that is number one thing that should come to your mind, that this child might have what we call tetanus. Of course there is a fever, because it is a bacterial infection, like I said. So it is caused by a bacteria, like I told you, a bacteria that we call what? Clostridium tetani. So when this thing comes up, what should be coming to your mind is what we call that tetanus. So, and again, another question that normally comes up is, there are some people that get vaccinated, but is common. In fact, is common. So when this happen, like I said, it does happen. So when it happen, the only thing you need to do is to do what? To take the tetanus toxoid. The tetanus toxoid vaccine be prevented. There are so many things that you need to know about this tetanus toxoid, about tetanus itself. So when we talk about prevention, you start preventing it when the child is born. When this child is born, the child is 6 weeks, then you need to give this child what we call penta vaccine. Penta vaccine is what we know. You know, penta is 5. It means that there are 5 vaccine in one. And when one of the vaccine that's inside that penta is what we call the tetanus vaccine. So when the child is 6 weeks, you will give that child the penta one. The child will now become 10 weeks, you give the second dose of penta. Then the child will become 14 weeks, you give the third dose of penta. You understand? So we call it penta 3. So when this thing happens, it will prevent that child to some extent. Not that it will prevent the child to a lifetime. No. So when this child have taken those doses, okay, now the child now has puncture, or a nail wound, or a wound, and especially when the nail is being contaminated, or when the nail is rusted, then you need to do what? To give that child a tetanus vaccine within 48 hours. Because so you need to give the child a tetanus vaccine, like we said. So it will also help to prevent that child from having the tetanus. So that after that, the MPI now brought out, because they know the importance of this tetanus vaccine, and how deadly the tetanus is in the body. So there is one we call a live dose tetanus vaccine, that is being given to a woman of childbearing age. So when you have reached a childbearing age, you will have to take those live dose tetanus vaccine. So in my next channel, we are going to talk about it very well, how you can go about it, the period you can take this vaccine. Of course, it can be taken for a period of 5 years, and it will prevent you for a lifetime. You understand? So it, because the how deadly the tetanus is, we are also interested on those pregnant mothers, because it can also go to the child through the placenta. That is why a woman that is pregnant, even if you are not taking a live dose TT, or you have not taken it at all, when you are pregnant, you should take doses that will prevent you from having that tetanus, even passing it to the child in utero. So in my next channel, we are going to talk about it very well. Please stay tuned to this channel. Remember, if you have not subscribed, please do that. Then comment, like, and share. If you have any question, you can also meet me at the comment bar or comment section, so that I'll answer whatever question you have in mind. I might not say everything, but when you are asking the question, it will now help us to go or know more about it. Thank you. Remember, I'm still your nurse midwife, Juliet, and also a family planning provider. Please stay safe wherever you are. May God bless you. Thank you.